Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the very final segment here of our online season of Pro League. And you know what? It's time to see who plays whom.
Yeah.
At Rio.
Why don't we explain to the folks at home how it will work?
It's pretty simple this time. We always had some convoluted rules. Well, this time,
Straightforward.
not the case. So, we have 2 buckets of balls here. Number 1, this contains seed 1. And of course, it's on my end because I'm number 1. And then number 2 is the one that contains the seed 2 teams. Here's how it goes. There are no longer any region restrictions, which means it's possible we get EU, NA, APAC, and Latam.
Yeah. Definitely possible, although unlikely, but entirely possible.
Yes. So the only restriction is seed 1 obviously cannot play against seed 1. So how it's going to happen, we will draw out of our first
Bucket, you want
bucket,
to call it?
I guess.
Vase, I don't know.
Vase.
Yeah.
Go.
Jar.
We'll put out all the 4 balls here from our vase, and that will represent all 4 seed 1 teams that will be in one go. And then in the second one, we'll pull them out right after and then just put them in the same positions. There are no restrictions. No holds barred.
Yeah. So it will be exciting and interesting. Of course, we cannot have, as you mentioned earlier, EG versus G2 because they're both seed 1. So in theory, assuming all the seed 1 teams are the teams that are most likely to go to the finals, we don't eliminate any of them at the beginning. But at the same time, a lot of these seed 2 contenders, very good teams that are likely to go there as well.
We'll remind you of all the good teams that we have in here. Evil Geniuses and Rogue, both from North America. FaZe Clan, FaZe Up Pro. And of course, Immortals from Latin America. G2 and Mocket, both qualifying from Europe. And of course, finally, it's Nora-Rengo and Fnatic from APAC. Number 1 seed is the first one. So EG, FaZe, G2, and Nora-Rengo are the number 1 seeds of their region. So, my lovely assistant, please.
All right, let's go ahead and draw one out.
We should have gotten you a better top.
Yeah, you know.
Maybe a dress.
All right, well, here's your first slip of paper.
Thank you very much. And we have our first team, FaZe Clan.
All right, so, and of course, all these teams will be drawn here. So the order is the only thing that matters in this, in sense of that's who they'll be going against in C2 drawings.
So again, FaZe Clan is team 1. We'll get that up on the board in the meantime to show you how things will go. And
so of course that means the first ball that we draw from this one is who FaZe
is going to play FaZe Clan.
Anyone who doesn't get it yet, I think probably getting it at this point. So
come on, man. I think we underestimate people.
No, I just it gets a smaller and smaller audience of people that don't understand, and I'm just trying to address them.
And that's good.
Are we ready for the next one?
All right. Whenever we have the first one, just keep playing.
Oh, I'm just keeping mixing them up.
There you go. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So in the meantime, there you go.
All right.
Maybe we can have the logo as well updating next to it, but hey, we'll see in 5 minutes for that.
All right.
Let's update for the second one, as again my lovely assistant will show us what he's got.
There you go.
Our second team, Nora-Rengo from Japan.
All right.
So there you go. It's seed 1, FaZe Clan, Nora-Rengo.
All right.
Gonna
be exciting.
This.
Now, of course, once I draw this next one, you're going to know who the last one will be, but it's still fun to crack it open.
No.
You know, could be a mystery egg. It's just gonna be a little Pokemon in here or something.
Yeah. Of course, FaZe Clan are out of their clam. Well,
all right.
It's the blast day. Okay.
Yeah, it certainly is. Is it
I
Hawaiian
hope it
shirt
is.
day?
All right. Our third team up on the board, it is Evil Geniuses, which guarantees us a potential EGG2 in the semifinals. There you go. Evil Geniuses from North America.
Yeah, and of course the reason he says that, of course, because of the way that the semifinals will go down in the bracket, which we'll see at some point. But
yes, indeed. What are you doing?
I'm making sure it's good and mixed up till we get EG up on the board there.
That's what I have to deal with like every day.
You know, technically it's not empty. The rest is air. So I'm mixing it up with the air, making sure it's nice and fluffy.
Yeah, we're taking our sweet time here.
Scrambled eggs. Yes. The slow open. Who could
Baby, I hear the Blues are calling tossed salads and scrambled eggs. Oh my. Parker does not like that show.
You would definitely be a Frasier fan.
I love Frasier.
I don't dislike it either. It's,
there you go. Just say that to Parker because he thinks it's a terrible show. And you know what? You're a terrible person.
The slope, and it's not up. It's not up.
Are
there
you
yet.
literally Niles?
It's not up there yet. No, I think I'm the dog.
Eddie's cool. What are you on about? There you go.
All right.
G2 Esports.
I like that you checked it though, just to make sure.
Did they actually make it? There you go.
First.
G2 are our last team in the #1 seed bracket.
So that is all those eggs. So they're cracked for sure. All right.
It's Benedict. Doesn't Kix like scrambled eggs?
I don't know.
No, he likes poached eggs. I don't know what the difference is.
Just so people know, he doesn't like pizza.
Oh yeah, actually.
Yeah. So I think I don't think we're ready for these just yet.
No.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we are.
Thank
all
you
right.
very much.
Give these a good stir though, anyways, just to make sure. Make sure they're good and mix. It's a little weird to mix these up, but try my best here.
Doesn't look weird at all. Thank you very much. And here we go, our first team to face off against FaZe Clan. It is Mocket from Europe, the C2 team.
Spicy. Well, it should be interesting. Our first German team having to face up against Latin America.
That'll actually be a very sweet game.
I think that will be.
Mocket grand final confirmed. I
Easy.
already see the Reddit threads.
All right, let's see what we got here for the team to fight Nora-Rengo.
Please don't tell me it's Rogue because that'll be a repeat of Atlantic City and that'll be hilarious.
I hope it is then.
It is!
All right.
For the second time, my cursed hands, and this time yours, will curse Rogue with a fight against Nora-Rengo, a repeat of the Atlantic City Pro League Season 7 finals.
All right. Well, that should be interesting. I mean, obviously, Rogue did come ahead in that, but Nora-Rengo put up quite the show.
Close.
And they've only gotten better since then.
And remember, even at 6 Major, Rogue was close to losing to Obey Alliance.
Yeah, so a bit of a fight ahead of them, but they have a different roster now.
Who faces EG? Is it Immortals?
Certainly could be. Certainly could be.
Remember, we still have Fnatic and Immortals, 2 teams that we have not put up. So
whoever gets drawn last, definitely not the best position to be in.
And Fnatic will have to play against Evil Geniuses.
Well, I think we know what that means for G2.
They'll have to play against the #2 team from Latin America, which means they might not remain with that same name for too long.
At least they don't have to rematch Liquid since they did lose that before.
Well, maybe Immortals will be the ones to shut them down. Of course, Immortals from Brazil. They'll have to face against G2 Esports. So again, remind you, FaZe Clan versus Mocket. Nora-Rengo versus Rogue, a rematch of Atlantic City Finals. Evil Geniuses versus Fnatic. G2 Esports versus Immortals. A potential EG versus G2 in the semifinals. A potential Rogue FaZe in the semis. A potential upset for Mocket to move through. Nora-Rengo finally able to push APAC to the semifinals. Fnatic may be able to do so by upsetting everybody.
I have to say, these ended up pretty well. I mean, I like a lot of these matchups, and it's interesting that we have at least one rematch one.
A lot of storylines with a rematch, as you mentioned.
All right. Well, should be very exciting. Obviously, that is all we need to do. I mean, that's it. It's just, that's the brackets now.
So easy.
It is.
Honestly, this is by far the best bracket we've had.
Yeah.
So I think we're all happy.
It's worked out quite well. I mean, it could have worked out in a variety of interesting ways, but nonetheless seems fairly well balanced. Each region, I believe, unless I missed something, facing a different region and against an interesting opponent. I would be a little concerned if I'm Immortals, but the only team to really best G2 outside of EG was from Latin America as well. So could be something that becomes a problem for them.
Yeah, okay, there you go. We'll remind you of the seeding. FaZe Clan versus Mocket, Nora-Rengo versus Rogue, Evil Geniuses versus Fnatic, and G2 versus Immortals. Of course, this is what we'll have in the grand finals of Pro League Season 8, live from Jeunesse Olympic Arena in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, literally in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
That's as hot as it gets. And we're not even in the middle of a samba.
I feel like it's going to get a lot hotter once the action starts.
Yeah, we'll see if I can actually make it there. But I guess that's it from...
I mean, yeah, there's not much more to say. This is a good lineup. I mean, FaZe versus Mocket should be very interesting because Mocket have shown up very well despite a lot of changes. FaZe have also had a good start, but FaZe has been fighting against the Latin American region, and things tend to differ a little bit when they go to FaZe. Other regions, you've said, they tend to play differently. So that'll be a good test for FaZe, because if they come out ahead against Mocket, that looks pretty good for them, because then they face against either Nora-Rengo or Rogue. And, I mean, if you go off of historical, it's Rogue, but at the same time, Nora-Rengo have been very strong. They played very well in the finals for APAC. They also played Rogue before. Could be down to who adapts better or who does the research better, but that will be a very good fight as well. Evil Geniuses versus Fnatic should be very interesting when Fnatic have had some ups and downs. They've definitely struggled a bit at the last couple LAN events, and EG very likely to capitalize on that. It's going to be up to Fnatic to show that this time it's not going to be any kind of choke. They're really going to be on top of their game. If they are and they beat Evil Geniuses, that could be a major upset, because that is a very strong team to beat, and that will be a very exciting one. G2 versus Immortals as well. We'll see if the Latin, not just the team, but also being in the Latin environment will be a problem. Because guess what? When was the last time G2 lost a LAN? It was to Latin America. And when was the time before that? Oh, it was in Latin America.
In Latin America.
So that has been probably their Achilles heel, is Latin America in general.
So maybe Immortals will be the ones to upset. But that is all from us here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. Emzo, thank you very much for being a fantastic lad.
Thank you for being here as well.
And we're close to finishing things. So we still have relegations coming up soon. We still have Rio finals that are, of course, coming up after it. US Nationals, not about 2 weeks after the Rio finals. After that, it's DreamHack Winter in Jönköping in Sweden. There is so much ahead of us in esports. And you know what? This weekend, there's 6 Cup at Paris Games Week. Last week, we had the Madrid finals for the ESL Masters in Spain. Before that, we had Euro Cup. There's so many tournaments, and it does not stop. Rainbow Six, 24/7, all day.
3 LANs before we even get into the next season.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. From myself, Emzo, of course, Kix, and Intero, the entire production team here in League Ops for Rainbow Six Pro League. Thank you very much. We love you. Good night. We'll see you.